Hello Year 12 and welcome to our first video here for the HSC course. We're looking at series and sequences, and today we're just going to be looking at how to specify what a sequence is. Well, a sequence is just an ordered list of numbers, like perhaps your phone number or the PIN for your bank account. Okay, if you change the order of those numbers around, then it's a different sequence. Sure, it means something else. Anyway, each of these numbers in the list we call a term, and it can have a finite, a fixed number, a definite number, or an infinite number of terms. We use a capital T and a subscript to indicate the ordinality, the position, the place within that sequence. Okay, so the first term is T1, the second term is T2, and so on. Rightio, so far so good. Now we can describe these a few different ways. I might, right, in a simple term here, just list a few of those numbers with the idea that we can see a pattern and follow on from there. Okay, so you can see here 5, 8, 11, 14, and then those three dots forming an ellipsis at the end, and we might be able to work out what the pattern is there. Right, looking carefully, we can see that they're going up by threes. So those four terms that we've listed are sufficient in that case to give us an idea of what the sequence is. Sometimes we give a formula for calculating the nth term. Okay, now the nth term could be any of the terms. I can substitute any whole number, any ordinal number from 1, or cardinal number from 1 up to infinity, and substitute in there. So similar to the first sequence here, we're going to say that the nth term, Tn, is 2 plus 3n. So for T1, it's 2 plus 3 lots of 1, which is 5. T2 is 2 plus 3 lots of 2 is 8. Okay, so that describes the same sequence. Or we can have this thing that's called a recursive formula, right, which means that you keep following on and on. You build on what you've had before. So in this case, we say where we begin. So we say what the first term is. In this case, T1 equals 5. And then we say how to find the next term. So our recursive formula here, where T1 equals 5, Tn plus 1 is Tn plus 3. So I take the last term and add 3 on. I know the first term is 5, so I add 3 on to get the second term is 8, add 3 on to get the third term is 11, and so on. Rightio. There we go. Rightio, that is, they are 3 ways to specify a sequence. I've got a little example here, and I think we're just about done. It's pretty quick and easy, this. So write down the first 5 terms of this sequence. Right, we're given this formula for calculating the nth term at 7n minus 3. Then we're going to write a recursive formula for the same sequence. So my first term is 7 times 1 minus 3, which is 4. My second term is 7 times 2 minus 3, which is 11. The third term, 7 times 3 minus 3, 7 times 4 minus 3, and 7 times 5 minus 3 will be 32. There's the first 5 terms. Now we want a recursive formula. So we want to begin by saying what the first term is, and from my list over here, I can see the first term is equal to 4. Now how do I go from the first term to the second term? Well, it would seem that, right, we can probably identify they're going up by 7 each time here. That's an important type of sequence. So to find the next term, I add 7 onto the previous term. Right, so Tn plus 1 is Tn plus 7. Rightio, just keep adding 7 on each time. There we go. That's it. So a sequence is an ordered list of numbers. Each of those numbers is called a term, and it can be described according to its position in the list. Right, T1 is the first term, T2 is the second term, Tn is the nth term in general terms. Okay, that's it. That's our introduction to sequences. I'll see you in the next video, right, which is arithmetic sequences. Okay, if you've got any questions, make sure you ask in class. See you there.